Boo! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stop pick. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater. Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm
open. All-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I want to turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at it's sad like she fine as yeah. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like yeah, 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottom. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, making profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Suge, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang, making profits. We some snipers.
Hey yo, what's up everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. What the F? What the F? Well, first let me just start saying my throat is quite coarse. I have lost my voice. My throat is killing me. So bear with me for this live stream. You know, I thought to myself, maybe even canceling tonight's live stream because I have no voice, but I said, the hell with that. This is too big of a week. It's too big of a week. There's too much news. There's too many things happening. There's too many things that we have to talk about. There's too many trade ideas that I have that I think are going to print massively for us this week. So I had to come on here. I had to come on. It's also Mother's Day. I was enjoying Mother's Day. My wife's first Mother's Day. I had a very special day. It was a lot of fun. I want to give a big shout out and a big happy Mother's Day to all of my TTG moms out there, all of our TTG moms that are on this live stream. I wish all of you a wonderful, happy, appreciated, and much deserved Mother's Day. And a big happy Mother's Day to the official TTG mom, Mama Duke. If you are on this live stream, a big shout out to you as the official mom of True Trading Group. So, with that being said, okay, welcome all of you to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward Paranati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. I'm thrilled to have you guys here with us tonight because there is a gigantic elephant in the middle of the room. Okay, so we have to address this gigantic elephant. Trump officials say trade deal has been reached with China, but the details remain unclear. This is the news that is circulating today. It is not just Trump and the White House that is also saying it. China has also come out with a statement as well. There are rumors of a joint statement between U.S. and China tomorrow. Secretary Bessent said that the details of this deal will be shared tomorrow. I'm going to share with you exactly what I think happens tomorrow. I'm going to share with you what I think we could expect. I've been through this before, this whole trade deal and trade negotiations between the U.S. and China back in 2018. 2018 is when we had our first U.S.-China trade war, and there was a particular way and manner in which those trade negotiations and those trade deals ended up coming to fruition. And there could be some of that I'm going to be looking for in this announcement tomorrow as we get all the details. Right now, the market is rallying and is popping in the futures in the overnight session on the back of the fact that there is a deal, but we don't know what the details of that deal are yet. Okay, so tomorrow is going to be a really big day. We're going to find out the details of this deal. And of course, there's going to be potential for the markets to be even happier tomorrow when they get the details of this deal. But there's also a chance the markets are disappointed that it becomes a sell the news type of event. The markets are pushing into a massive level of resistance. So there's a lot of stuff that's at play. And there's a lot of stuff that we have to talk about on this live stream. And so I'm happy that you guys are all here to talk with us. But honestly, even this had a lot of moving parts, and I used our AI for help on this, specifically our deep research function. So at True Trading Group, we have an award-winning AI tool. It's a trade analysis tool. It's AI analysis. It is absolutely unbelievable. We actually received the Benzinga FinTech Award last year for best AI analysis tool. My business partner and I actually were just a few months ago. We're actually at more than a few months ago now. It was the end of November, at the Global Benzinga FinTech Award ceremony, receiving that award. There's my business partner and I actually on stage receiving the award at the Benzinga FinTech ceremony. And tonight, when you got news like this that's breaking, and I haven't been too tied to my phone because was Mother's Day and everything, was trying to just enjoy the day, and I wasn't able to really stay on top of all the breaking news that was coming out. And I really was able to use our AI, our deep research function specifically, as my co-pilot, 100% my co-pilot, as I'm a bit under the weather. So like I said, you guys, I'm feeling kind of sick. My throat's killing me. I got my body aches. I'm hoping I'm not coming down with anything that's worse than just a sore throat. But I really relied on our AI to help me out with, what I'm looking at and building my watch list for this week. And what are some of the trade setups? What are some of the levels that we're going to be looking at? And what can we expect from this trade deal and from this trade announcement? So there's a lot that we're going to be going over with you guys here today on this live. Okay. So I want to welcome you guys all here. I know I talked about winning the award, the AI award, but True Trading Group is not just about awards. It's nice to be recognized by industry leaders like Benzinga and others. We also have a data partnership agreement with the NASDAQ. We have a partnership with OpenAI. We have a partnership with Unusual Whales. So it's nice for us to be recognized by our peers and other industry leaders for what it is that we are doing, especially implementing AI technology into retail trading with the technology and the products and the AI tools that we have on our platform. But that is nice. But members that join True Trading Group are part of something special. And I couldn't be any more proud to be on this journey with each and every single one of them. It's not just about awards. It's about being part of a community that's constantly growing, learning, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. We have over 10,000 members in 114 different countries. Truly a global community here at True Trading Group. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term portfolio investing. Where's all my TTG fam that bought with me on April 7th? April 7th, my TTG fam, if you guys added in your long-term portfolio with me on April 7th, I want you to go ahead and type the number 7 in chat right now, because my goodness, do we look like geniuses? Do we look like geniuses? We literally, as it stands today, we've literally bought the bottom. I came on this YouTube channel on April 6th, Sunday evening, so a little more than a month ago. I came on this YouTube channel and I told everybody on April 6th, after the S&P futures were down over 5% in the overnight trading, we were just down 10% Thursday and Friday combined going into that Sunday. And I told everybody on that live stream, I said, I don't care what you're going to say to me. I am buying tomorrow, meaning April 7th. I'm not talking about tomorrow, meaning May 12th. I'm talking about on April 6th. I was on this live stream. I told everybody here, I said, I am buying tomorrow. SPY in the 480s. I am buying in my long-term portfolio. And what did we do? We came in, we bought everything. We bought the NVIDIAs of the world. We bought the Snowflakes of the world. We bought Uber. We bought Walmart. We bought all of the Mag 7s. We bought Palantir. We bought Kava. We bought ServiceNow. We bought CrowdStrike. We bought everything that we can get our freaking hands on. And some of those stocks are already up 50, 75, 100% in just a matter of a month and a week. And that's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. The markets are ripping even higher now. So we're going to be up even higher coming into tomorrow. But as I say that, I'm going to say something to you. I'm going to give you a quote that I said to you on April 6th. I'm going to say the same quote to you today on May 11th as I said to you on April 6th. And that is, it's never as good as it seems. It's never as bad as it seems. The truth lies somewhere in the middle. I'm going to put that out there for you because I have a very big feeling that there are some people, particularly maybe even on this live stream, that are having massive amounts of FOMO and regret for not adding in their long-term portfolios when I told everybody that we were doing it on April 7th. I do not think that tomorrow is the day to go loading into your long-term portfolio. There are ways that we're going to trade this volatility to make money and to generate income. And I have a wonderful list of trade ideas for us here today that we're going to talk about going into tomorrow. You have a possible short squeeze in the making in the S&P and in the stock market because hedge funds are very short right now. And if you get a JP Morgan trader put out a note a week ago and from the JP Morgan trade desk, a trader put out a note that said, based on what we are seeing, positioning from the hedge fund community, okay, based on what we are seeing, be careful for a short squeeze to 5,800 or 6,000 if the news cycle goes our way. If the news cycle goes our way, you have a potential to experience a bit of a short squeeze. And it feels like you might be getting some of that in the overnight futures market. But I want you to be conscious of the resistance level that sits right above us because it is a damn big one. And I'm not so sure that we're going to be able to break through that level easily. A lot is riding on these details tomorrow. We are gapping into resistance on the back of there being a deal. The details of that deal can be what get us through that resistance or make people start to say, you know what, we'll take profit. We're not as close to a finalized deal as we may have thought. Okay. Honestly, if you don't feel that FOMO, then you are one of three things. Okay. If you don't feel the FOMO, if you don't feel it, you are one of three things. You are either a member of True Trading Group and you don't have that FOMO because you are actually just completely overwhelmed with joy because you listened and you added in the long-term portfolio when we made the announcement on April 6th that we were doing so on April 7th. Or number two, you are just not human, right? You're not human. You watch stocks like NVIDIA and Palantir go down 30, 40, 50% and then, rally back in a matter of a month. So you're just not human. Or you're lost and Mr. Beast's channel is in the description below in case you guys were trying to find it. So if you don't feel it, don't mind me while I sip on my tea. Yes, my throat is killing me. Anyway, let's talk about it. Okay, let's kind of get into let's get into things here just a little bit. Okay. Feeling FOMO right now is normal. It is. Feeling FOMO right now is totally normal. I want to make sure you guys all hit the live button on this video. Make sure you see a red dot on the bottom left of your screen. You should see a red dot. You see a red dot, that means you're live. If you do not see a red dot, that means you're delayed, which is a problem. So make sure you click the word live, see the red dot, bring you up to speed, and make sure you don't miss anything important. Okay. You want to be on this live stream not because of a giveaway, right? You want to be on this live stream not because I do a giveaway on Sundays. You want to be on these live streams because we make money here at True Trading Group. Plain and simple. We make money here. Not just myself, not just the moderators, members. That's what matters most. It's members that are making money. That is what matters. That's why you're here. You're not here to make friends. You're not here because you're a Yankee fan like I am. Big win today. Ayo. You're not here because you really enjoyed looking at the painting that hangs behind my head. It is a really nice painting. But that's not why you're here. You're here because you want to learn how to make money in the markets. That's exactly what we do here on a regular basis. And I'll prove that to you. Don't just take my words for it. Okay? Don't just take my words for it. Members of True Trading Group, type number 1 in chat right now if you are making money and you're becoming a better trader because of TTG. Go ahead. If you are making money, if you're becoming a better trader because of True Trading Group, go ahead right now and type the number 1 in chat. If there's anybody here that is not a member, I want you to pay very close attention to how many people you see type the number 1. And I challenge you actually to count how many people type the number 1. These are members of TTG. These are people that were once in your exact same position, a viewer on a live stream. Now they are part of a community of traders that is over 10,000 strong from 114 different countries. Part of a platform that is the recipient of a Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tool, a platform that is partnered, data partnership agreement with the NASDAQ directly, partnership with OpenAI, a partnership with Unusual Whales. These members have access to professional tools and resources the average retail trader does not have. They have access to the best damn AI tool that this industry has to offer. And they have access to myself and 8 other professional traders that are full-time with us, that share their screens, that are talking on the microphone, that are sharing their trades, that are providing market commentary analysis from pre-market all the way through into the close. They get real-time push notifications when our moderators enter and exit positions. So even if you're not in front of your computer, which 82% of our members have a full-time job. So 82% of our members cannot be sitting in front of a computer screen all day, every day, staring at charts. They download our mobile app. The mobile app lets you stay connected to chat even when you're not in front of your computer, and you get a real-time push notification when our mods enter and exit positions. That's how you can follow along with everything that we are doing during the day while you're working your job. All these people that you saw type number 1, they're not luckier than you. They don't have more time than you. I just told you 82% of them have a full-time job. If this required you to not have a job, then True Trading Group would have 2,000 members, not over 10,000. Because 82% of our members have a full-time job. That's what matters. What matters is are members able to actually make money? Because I can tell you I made $1 bajillion last year. It doesn't matter because not one of my $1 bajillion is going to go towards paying your bills. That's the truth. That's just the reality of it. You have to be able to do this with a job and with a life. That's the point. The stock market is not just for those who can give unlimited time and unlimited amounts of money. It's for the everyday person that has a certain amount of money set aside that they want to start investing in the markets. They want to start trading. They want to give this a shot, and they have a couple hours a week that they can allocate towards it. And they have a busy schedule. They got to take their kids to all these different soccer games. They've got a demanding job, and their work schedule is crazy and hectic. And those are the people that need to be able to be successful. And that is exactly what the True Trading Group platform is built around. I want to show you something amazing. You guys need to see this. I want to show you something amazing. Okay. How many of you are not members of True Trading Group? If you're not a member, I want to show you something amazing. So just do me a favor. Type TTG in chat if you're not a member. If you're not a member, type the letters TTG. I want to show you guys something amazing. Trust me on this. Just type TTG if you're not a member. And when you guys, I'll show you something specifically. So if you're not a member, type TTG. Literally, I'm being serious. I want to show you guys something. Type TTG if you're not a member while I sip on my tea. Oh, man. NDT Academy, Chris Johnson. Just go ahead, guys. Type TTG. Here we go. Alan, what's up, brother? Steve Fox, how are you? Muhammad, what's up? Josh, Duality. Muhammad, I think you were here last week. We got Nixon. How are you? Kaishel, I know you were here, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago. Sean Johnson, always in the house. Desh, Shane, Big B, Jason. We got a lot of new names here. Some names that I have not seen before. Paul Yang, Jeremy Bratton. Hell yeah, Kaishel says, I love this stock market game. I was actually just texting with a friend of mine because he was asking me about the U.S.-China trade deal and what I think the market's going to do. And we were just talking about it. I'm like, yo, how much I love this. I really do. There's nothing better than this. There's nothing better than what we do. Okoro, we got Hario. What's up? Easy Graham. What's up? Sergio Lopez. How are you? Brandon Bush. Structured trades. I like the username. You always got to have structure to your trades. Never enter a trade unless you do not know the answer to these things. Where are you getting out if you're wrong, and where are you taking profit if you're right? You need to know the answer to those questions before you enter a position. Always, always, always. Now, all of you that are typing TTG in chat, all of you that are not members, seriously, honestly, welcome. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, show some love, turn on your notifications. I do these live 6 days a week. Okay, I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. I'm literally going to tell you what stocks I'm looking at for this week. What are my entry points? What are my targets? What are my stop losses? I'm going to lay it all out for you guys. But how many of you want the ultimate strategy to make money in the market? A strategy that no matter what you do, no matter how much you have or the lack thereof, money, time, whatever it is, what if I was able to give you that strategy? What if not overnight, but within a real time frame, give that to you? Type the number 1 if that's something that you would want. Not like an overnight thing, okay? But if I was to be able to give you a real time frame, if I was able to give that to you, type the number 1 in chat real quick. You'll see where I'm going with this. Just do me the favor. How many of you would want the ultimate strategy, no matter how much money you have or don't have, how much time you have or don't have? Not overnight, but if I gave you a realistic time frame, type the number 1 if that's something that you would want. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. You'll see where I'm going. This is not a trick question. I'm not trying to like stump you. This is not a trick question. Kaishal, I like that answer, brother. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right also, by the way. All right, so many of you. So I see most of you are typing number 1. Most of you are typing number 1. Of course you would, right? Of course you would. Of course you would want that. I mean, who wouldn't want that, right? Of course you guys would want to be given the ultimate strategy, right? Is it safe to say, I guess kind of a follow-up, is it safe to say that all of you are probably different people? You all have different amounts of money. You all have different amounts of time. You all have different amounts of experience. You all have different levels of education. You all have different strengths and weaknesses. You all have different personality types. Is that safe to say? Is that a fair assumption? I think that's a pretty fair assumption, right? And that's fair to say? Again, trust me here. And make sure you guys also click the word live, bottom left of your screen. You guys should see a red dot next to the word live at the bottom left of your screen. If you don't, that means you're watching the video delayed. Yes, right? So it is fair to say that everybody's different. So here's the thing. I am not the type of person, and this might be a shock to some of you. Sunnyside, you're going to love this one. Some of you, I am not the person that's going to sit here and tell you that just because I worked on Wall Street, I worked at hedge fund, I received the Trader of the Year award. It's how I got my start in trading. And with all of that being said, I think a lot of people anticipate and expect me to give them some type of an indicator or some type of a strategy or some type of a chart pattern that works 100% of the time. And I'm sorry to tell you, but it does not exist. Okay? It does not exist. It is a fairy tale. It is if you spend the rest of your life in search of someone on YouTube that can predict the future, or someone that has some super special top secret indicator that nobody else knows about that works 100% of the time or 99.9% of the time, you're going to spend your entire life searching for that, and you're going to let life-changing opportunities in the market over time pass you by. And if you just from the beginning of your journey looking for that unicorn that's being ridden by a leprechaun, because that's what you're looking for. When you're looking for that, you're looking for a leprechaun riding a unicorn. You'll spend your whole life looking for that. You're never going to find it. You don't want to spend your entire stock market journey or career looking for something that does not exist. Guys, I've been there. I've worked on Wall Street. I've done it. It does not exist. Okay. I know what works. I've been doing this for 19 years. Okay. I got my start literally right out of college. I was working at T3 Alpha Fund. They had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of their money. I couldn't touch the fund's money until I was trained properly by professionals how to navigate the markets. So I got my start. And then 2008 happened. That was the Great Recession, the huge stock market crash. But it's also the same year I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. We have seen tens of thousands of retail traders come through True Trading Group from all walks of life, from all over the world. Literally, we have members in 114 different countries. I know what works for these people. What works is a platform of real education. Okay. The education at True Trading Group is a simplified and expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. You also have access to tools and resources that other retail traders do not have access to. Okay. These are tools and resources that professional traders have access to, that gives them an edge, allows them to make better decisions. They're part of a community that is of traders that generally give a damn whether or not each other succeed or fail. They're led by myself and 8 other professional full-time mods that share their screens and trade with you live and answer your questions. Do we make losing trades? Yes, of course we do. Do I make losing trades? Yes, of course I do. I am a human being. I am not right 100% of the time, but I am right a hell of a lot more than I'm wrong. And when I am right, I make a lot more than when I am wrong. And that is where a lot of amateur traders really go wrong. Somebody will lose $1,000 when they're wrong and they make $550 when they're right. That is a recipe for disaster. You are never going to be profitable that way. You need to flip that. You need to make $1,000 when you're right and lose $700 when you're wrong. Make $300 when you're right and lose $200 when you're wrong. That's how you need to be doing it. And then you can just be right 50% of the time and you can still be profitable. You got to let the math. Instead, people try to find these, ways to predict the future and all these other silly things, and you are wasting your time. You're wasting your time looking for that. I'm telling you guys that right now. And that might be a disappointment. Maybe I got some people's hopes up when I was like, hey, you guys want the strategy? Do you guys want the strategy? And I think some people may be looking for that. It doesn't exist. Okay. I've been lurking for a long time, and this seems like a great group. Have passed many challenges, but the lack of consistency gets me too many times. Exactly. It's a lack of consistency. Yes. How many people here struggle with consistency? Type the number 1 if you struggle with consistency. Like, you can make money, you can go on a really nice run, you can go on a hot streak, but you can't do it consistently. You then go into a cold streak and you have a bunch of huge losses. Type the number 1 if that's you guys. Trader identity is something that's really important too. And that's something that we help you with at TTG while you guys are typing number 1. Trader identity refers to the strategy and style that's going to be best for you. There's a lot of different strategies. There's a lot of different styles when it comes to trading. I'm not the type of person that says it's my way or the highway, because it's not my way or the highway. My trading style and strategy may not be best for you. That's why we have 8 other professional traders that are mods that all have different styles. So you get exposure to different styles and strategies. So a lot of people here are typing number 1. Consistency is everything. It really is. And I'll I'll leave you with one more quote and then we'll move on. This is a quote that I actually learned from my mentor, who was my boss at the fund. He was actually one of the partners at the fund. And one of the quotes that he said that stuck with me forever was, successful. You write this down. Honestly, seriously, if you're a member, you've heard this a million times. If you're not a member, write this down. Seriously, get something to write with. This quote could change your perspective on trading. Okay. Successful traders are more concerned with how much money they're going to lose if they are wrong. Struggling traders are more concerned with how much money they are going to make if they are right. That is the difference. I will say that one more time. Successful traders are more concerned with how much money they're going to lose if they're wrong. Struggling traders are more concerned with how much money they're going to make if they're right. It is just a difference in mindset. It's a difference in perspective. It's a difference in priority. You can't make trading about the money. I know that's hard for people to grasp because it's all we literally do is make money and lose money every single day. Okay? So that's the truth. Exactly, Kaishal. So when I first heard you say that, I realized that I was a struggling trader. Exactly. Being a good trader is not about, you can't make it about the money. You've got to make it about following your plan. And if you trade well, the money will be a byproduct of it. You can't go into a trade trying to make X amount of dollars. You're going to screw yourself. I'm telling you guys that right now. We trade options. We trade stocks. We trade futures. We have the moderators and I collectively as a group maintain a win rate of around 80% on all of our executions. Okay. We actually track all of our entries, our take profits, our stop losses, red, green, break even. It's all there for you guys to see. We day trade, we swing trade, we scalp, we do long-term investing. We go long, we go short, calls and puts, credit spreads and debit spreads. We do it all. We do it all inside TTG. But if we were not consistent, we had no control. Okay. If we were not consistent, had no control over our losses, then the win rate wouldn't mean anything. Many of you have win rates over 50% already, and you guys are still losing money on a consistent basis. Some of you could have a win rate around 65%, and you're still losing money on a consistent basis. It's because you don't have control of your losses. You want to know what the fastest and easiest way for a trader to make more money is? It's not increase your win rate. It's not get bigger position size. It's lose less when you're wrong. It's the easiest way for a trader to make more money. Increasing your win rate is not that easy. You actually have to be right a lot more than you're wrong. You have to improve your technical analysis and everything else. That takes time. But you can improve your P&L dramatically if you just lost less when you're wrong. That doesn't involve you being right any more often. It doesn't involve you being wrong any less often. Just lose less when you're wrong. Stop out when you're supposed to. Don't average down. Not being funny, how often are you wrong? I mean, how do I even answer that? I don't know. 25% of the time, 22% of the time, maybe something like that. Win rates are on 80%. Whoa! What happened to your hair?
What?
Look at you.
What happened?
I didn't know that you just shaved your head.
I didn't shave my head.
That is a shaved head, my friend.
No. Mike's alert win rate, thank you, Joe, 79.83%, unless he's talking to me, and then that win rate goes down to about 7.93%.
Yeah, so my alerted win rate at True Trading, guys, so the Easy Graham that was asking that, 79.83% to be exact. Okay, so to answer your question, I mean, yeah, I'm wrong. I make losing trades, and it's not just me. It's all of us, right? It's all the moderators. We make losing trades. We make losing trades. You got to be right, though. You got to be right a lot more than you're wrong. And you got to make more when you're right than you lose when you're wrong. I miss haircuts. First of the cheese. Yeah, haircut is looking good. All right. All right, folks. One more time. Look, I stand on this. You know, I'm going to die on this hill. I really will. It's not about what I make, what moderators make. It's about what our members are able to accomplish. What I make doesn't pay your bills. And what you want me to show you, show you a brokerage statement that anybody could just doctor, anybody could fake, anybody could edit. You go look here. You should join a trading community in a group, not because of the amount of money that a trader claims to make. You should join a trading community based on the results that their members have. That's what you should do. You know what you can't fake? You can't fake your members' success. You can't fake the sheer number of people that are having success. And one more time, and then we are going to get into my trade ideas for the week. One more time. If you are a member of Trade Trading Group and you guys are having success, you're making money, you're becoming better traders, type the number 1 in chat. Because this is what you can't fake. And again, last time, those of you that are not members, pay attention how many people you see type number 1. My TTG fam. There they are. All walks of life. From all over the world. If they can do this, then so can you. Those of you that typed TTG before, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Those of you that typed TTG, I want to join your community. Nixon, I would love to have you part of our community. Listen, it takes about 90 days to get a solid understanding, okay, of the direction of your trader identity. Okay, takes about 90 days. All right, so what we're going to do, those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, you guys can go to ttgoffer.com right now. That is ttgoffer.com right now. Not for you to master your trader identity, but to understand it, to understand the concept of it and the direction that you should be going. You guys can join True Trading Group's annual membership for 90 days. That membership for 90 days is going to include for you, okay, our award-winning AI tool. So you will have everything that our annual membership has to offer for 90 days. This way you don't have to lock yourself in for an entire year. And you'll be able to use our AI tool. Your market analysis and research intelligence, that is MARI for short. That is what received the Benzinga FinTech Chairman's Award for Best AI Analysis Tool in 2024. And we are coming for a repeat of that award in 2025. You will have access to it for 90 days. You will also have access to our chat room, all the trade alerts, the mobile app, Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, TradingView's premium charting software, the Trade Ideas scanner, unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, congressional trading data, a video library with 1,000 hours of workshops covering different topics. All of this is included for $497 for 90 days. After your 90 days are up, there is no automatic renewal. There is no automatic upgrade. Your membership just expires. If you decide you want to become an annual member, after your 90 days, you must manually process that transaction. It does not happen on its own. And if you decide to become an annual member of True Trading Group, you will unlock our double your money back guarantee. Listen to me very carefully when I say this. I stand strongly behind the platform that we have created, and I see the results that it has for our members. To prove to you how much that I believe in our platform and its ability to help you reach your goals, we are going to put our money up with you. Whatever you pay to become an annual member of True Trading Group, okay, which would be, let's just say you paid $1,000 to make the math simple. We'll work a deal with you guys. We'll get you guys in for probably less than that, but I'll work a deal just for the ease of math. Let's say, for argument's sake, you paid $1,000 to become a member for a whole year. If you go through our courses, pass our quizzes, and attend one study group, and are still unable to make enough winning trades with us to equal the $1,000 membership fee, if you can't do that at least one time, we're not going to give you back $1,000. We're going to give you back $2,000 for wasting your time. I'm dead serious. We can do that because our refund rate is less than 2.5%. Our retention rate amongst our members is well into the 70s. We're 4.5 at a 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,600 reviews. Go to ttgoffer.com. 90 days, $497. Oh, we just put up what do you guys have on the screen there? A Trustpilot review? Oh, let me read it. Oh, this was yesterday? Oh, mindfulness. I actually know this member. An amazing community for serious traders and learners. I'm so grateful that I found True Trading Group. This community is truly amazing and diverse. A diverse group of people generously sharing knowledge and experience. Both members and moderators generally want to help others become traders and investors. TTG offers proper education that sets you up to start your trading journey with the right mindset and attitude. The moderators bring a wealth of experience and insights, helping members build strong trading habits and routines. Mike stands out as an inspiring trader and teacher. Thank you very much. Sharing his knowledge with discipline and dedication, Adam works tirelessly. Facts. Behind the scenes, constantly improving tools and driving the business forward. Facts. TTD is unlike anything else in the industry. Facts. You can feel the genuine passion and excitement people have for their work, and their commitment to helping others improve is clear. If you're serious about putting in the work, getting a real education, learning the right way, building discipline, and finding your trader identity. That's a coincidence. Trader identity. This is the place. We talk about it a lot. That's why this is a place to be. I'm so glad I clicked on the YouTube link that led me here. It's been a game changer. That's incredible. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a great review. That was nice. That was really nice. That was a nice review. Very nice. Yeah. So guys, again, everything on that page is included. ttgoffer.com. You guys have any questions? Text us 1-888-621-2127. Again, that's 1-888-621-2127. Okay, again, 1-888-621-2127. And again, going back to that double your money back guarantee, you have the whole year. So like there's no rush. Take your time. Go at your own pace. Go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend one study group. You have the whole year. Take your time. It's all true. That's my review. That's incredible. There's Myra right there. That's awesome. Thank you for the review. That was actually a very nice review. Very detailed, very nice review. I appreciate that. You know, why do you want me to do well after I pay you? Why would you care? No offense. I've had bad experiences. Honestly, Paul, that's a really, really, really good question. And I'm going to actually explain to you True Trading Group's business model. Okay. I'm going to tell you about True Trading Group's business model. Okay. There's a lot of our competitors that are out there that just lean on the fact that you might have heard the statistic, Paul, right? Paul, have you ever heard the statistic that like 90% of traders fail? You guys have probably heard that before at some time, right? So, and that statistic is probably true. It probably is true. But the reason why 90% of traders fail is not because trading is impossible or because trading is so hard. It's because nobody really understands how to actually do it. And they approach trading from the complete wrong way. And there's a lot of programs and companies and other platforms that you've been a part of that will charge you an arm and a leg for their product or their membership, and they're going to try to get as much money out of you as they possibly can in a very short period of time, because they do not believe that in 2 years or 3 years, you're still going to be there. They think you're going to join, you're going to fail, you're going to cancel your membership. So their whole model, their whole model is get as many people in the door as we possibly can. It's a revolving door. Someone signs up, someone cancels, replace them. That's their business model. And that's why our competitors have to spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars on marketing. We do these live streams and our members use word of mouth. That's how we've grown our community from 100 to 10,000. Our belief in True Trading Group, our business model, is not charge an arm and a leg. It's not to charge you $5,000 a year, $3,500 a year, right? And then as soon as you join, you pay $3,500 for the year. We offer you a $7,500 VIP package, right? That's what a lot of their platforms and programs do. We don't do that. At True Trading Group, we believe, and this has been our business model since we started, and it's worked for us. Took us longer, but it's working for us. If we provide as much as we possibly can to our members for as affordable as we can possibly make it, then they have a better chance of succeeding. The more education you have, the more tools and resources you have at your disposal, the greater your chance of success is. So we would rather not charge you an arm and a leg up front, charge you something extremely affordable that is probably honestly way too cheap, but keep you for 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years. Because as a business, and True Trading Group is a business, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat this answer. True Trading Group is a business. We have over 30 employees, okay? True Trading Group is a business. We have over 10,000 customers from all over the world. And our business is dependent on our members being successful and our members staying with us. So selfishly, from a business standpoint, Paul, I want you to do well so that you stay with True Trading Group for years. And if you stay with True Trading Group for years, then True Trading Group will generate more revenue off of you, the user, because why would you leave? If you paid $1,000 to be part of True Trading Group and then you made $47,000 that year because of True Trading Group, are you going to renew your membership? Of course you would. That's a $46,000 profit. Of course you're going to renew that. I would rather do that. Does that make sense, Paul? And here, you know what? Let me ask a question, Paul, and I'll leave with this. I hope that answers your question. I answered that as honestly as I possibly could. Members of True Trading Group, how many years have you been a member of TTG? Type in chat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Type in chat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How long have you been a member of True Trading Group? Paul, read these answers. Read these people's answers, because now you're going to really see how successful these people really are, because they're here for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, right? That's how you know that people are having success. 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 5, 5. We got a lot of 5. Look at all these people, 5 years. 5, 4, 5, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, going on my 5th year. See what I'm saying, Paul? That's our business model. I want that. I don't want 1,000 new members a month and then 950 of them cancel. I'd rather have 100 new members, okay, and 80 of them stay. That's our business model. So our whole success as a company is based on your success. So, Stock Market Millionaire, yes, we do have live trading. The moderators and I trade with you live every single day. But here's the bad news. The bad news is, I told you guys we were going back. Today's the last night that we're going to be offering the 90 days. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Here we go. My camera actually just unplugged. That was my fault. Sorry guys. My camera just unplugged. But yeah, so we're not going to be offering the 90-day thing anymore. The 90-day thing is just to get you guys in, get you guys kind of the lay of the land, use the AI tool, and really get yourself familiar with all the stuff that we have to offer. So, but this is going to be the last day that we're going to do the 90 days. So again, go to ttgoffer.com. Everything on that page is included. That's ttgoffer.com. 90 days, $497. Everything on that page. If you want to be a member for a full year after the 90 days, we'll work a deal with you guys. We'll credit you the money you already paid, by the way. So we'll give you guys a credit for that. After tonight, the membership is just $1,497 for the year. Okay. That's with the AI. So after tonight, $1,497 for the year with the AI. Okay. If you have any questions, text us 1-888-621-2127. Again, that phone number is 1-888-621-2127. It's right down there at the bottom of your screen. All right, folks, let's take things on over to the charts. Let's talk about how we're going to make some money this week. Let's talk about, obviously, this U.S.-China trade deal. So here's the deal. First, the news that came out was U.S. and China had really good talks. It was very constructive. It was very, very successful. They made a lot of progress. Then it was the U.S. and China have a deal, and the details are going to be released tomorrow. I'm going to be honest with you. As good as it is that they're already making a lot of progress, because 2018 was not the case. 2018, it took months for us to really make any headway. Although this is a very good sign that the meetings were very cordial. They said their differences were not as far apart as they thought. China put out some statements. The statements from China were actually pretty constructive and pretty positive. The statements from the U.S. were pretty constructive and pretty positive. With all that being said, I am skeptical on the finality of this. There is no possible way that I think the U.S. and China have come to a final trade deal in 2 days. It took us 6 months in 2018. I do not believe that tomorrow morning we're going to get a sweeping new trade deal. What I think you're probably going to hear is a phase 1 trade deal. That is what we did in 2018. And a phase 1 trade deal will involve very specific areas. They will probably lower the tariffs on other products while they continue negotiating towards a phase 2. That is what I think you might get tomorrow. Now, I don't know. There's no way for me to know what the hell is going to happen, right? I'm just going off of what happened in 2018, and I'm trying to use 2018's trade negotiations as a playbook for what's happening now. I don't think it's realistic that you're going to get a final deal in 2 days. It's just not realistic. So I think that the deal is not a new trade deal, but the deal is, this is what we've agreed to, and this is what we're going to do next as we continue to negotiate. Now, as I said, we also do offer PayPal credit and Klarna if you guys want to use those options. Right there on the checkout page, ttgoffer.com. So if you guys do want, we do offer PayPal credit and Klarna right there on the checkout page. Okay. Now, that's what I think you're going to see. Now, if I'm right about that, I actually think the markets might pull back. I actually think this might end up being a sell the news type of event. It's like one of those events where it's like, hey, everybody gets excited, trade deal, markets gap up, futures push higher, the Nasdaq's up just shy of 2%. It's a huge move higher, but it's a huge move right into a big resistance level. And if you take a look at the SPY specifically, look at this 575. Okay, you look at this 575, you can see previous support back here, previous support here. This is also the election night gap, right? So there's the election night gap. So that filled the gap. So that's a level. Then you broke underneath it in March. You rallied back into it. It became resistance there in March. Now you have the 100 and 200-day moving averages also sitting there. The purple lines are 100-day. The yellow lines are 200-day. That's resistance. So if you get a situation where now you get, hey, U.S.-China trade deal, it's like, oh, awesome, beautiful. Let's gap up and let's push right into it. Bang, right? Let's gap up. Let's push right into this level. But if the details of the deal are disappointing, meaning, oh, well, this is phase one and we're going to continue negotiations. If you fail that level, I think you get a pullback because you still have other things happening this week. You still have CPI data. Is the CPI data going to show an increase in inflation from the tariffs? We've had two consecutive ice cold CPI numbers coming into this print. Okay. But you didn't have the tariff impact yet. Now you're going to have tariff impact. So what's this inflation number look like? If you got a lighter than expected inflation number on Tuesday, CPI, that's going to be a really positive sign. And it probably ignites a short squeeze. I said to you in the beginning of this live stream, okay? I said in the beginning of this live stream that you have the potential of a short squeeze. This was the note from JP Morgan's trade desk earlier in the week. A lot of hedge funds are short. And if they get squeezed based on news cycle headline, if you get a positive news cycle for 2 weeks, they could get squeezed. What's a positive news cycle? Trade deal with UK, trade deal with China. Is there a trade deal maybe with India lurking? Is there a trade deal with Japan or Vietnam lurking? CPI comes in lighter than expected with tariffs. Putin and Zelensky sit down and meet. These would be positive news cycle. That could squeeze shorts. And the JP Morgan desk said 5,800 to, you're not very far from 5,800. You're like 5,750. You're not very far from 5,800. 6,000 is a little bit more of a ways away. So that's possible if the details around the China-US deal tomorrow are substantial and it's not just hype, it's actual substance. That needs to be the case. If it's fluff, if it's like, oh, phase one, they're going to buy more beef from us and we're going to lower the tariffs to 80% and we're going to negotiate towards phase two. That I think is fluff. That I think would the markets might pull back off of that. And then you got resistance there at 575. CPI coming in hotter than expected. On top of that, I think gives you the pullback. So I think there's a lot resting and there's a lot riding on the details of this deal. We are pushing higher again. We're up 1.92% on the Qs, 1.36 on the S&P. So it's a tech-driven rally right now, rightfully so with this news. But I need to wait and see what are the details of this deal, because I am skeptical that we're going to be able to break through this level. So I'm thinking about short against this level unless the details of this deal are just phenomenal. Then it's like, okay, I'm not going to fight it. I'll probably just continue with the momentum that we've had for the last month. But I'm telling you now, I'm leaning towards longs early and then flipping to short is what I'm thinking about. So here's some of the stuff that I'm looking at. Some of the stocks that I want to focus on, and this is what I actually went through and I used our AI in the deep research. And I used the deep research here for the SPY. And our deep research is telling me that out of all the tech stocks, the three of the stocks that are going to be the most impacted by a potential deal with China would be Apple, Tesla, and NVIDIA. And that makes sense, right? So Apple, Tesla, and NVIDIA. So I'm looking at longs on Tesla for sure. Okay. Longs on Tesla for sure. Tesla has a technical breakout, and obviously Tesla is up 4% in the overnight trade, and Tesla obviously is majorly impacted by China. So let's go ahead and let's take a look. Let's go ahead and take a look at Tesla first. Tesla just broke above resistance here of 294, right? See this level drawn on my screen? You broke above it on Friday, closed above it, cleared it out, and I think you're going to see a candle out of Tesla tomorrow that looks something like this. So I'm looking longs on Tesla tomorrow. My support level is going to be Friday's close. Friday's close is 300. I'm going to look to see if Tesla can push, up into the three teens, maybe like 315-ish, 314. I think that's very possible. So I am looking for longs on Tesla. I'm looking for that stock to have some momentum tomorrow. So support around 300 and look for this thing to extend maybe 10, 12 bucks to the upside. Then you also got to take a look at Apple. Apple, obviously, major impact on a deal with China. And I'm looking for Apple to put in a candle that looks something like this, go back up to like 205, 206. And I'm looking at this inverse head and shoulders pattern that I will just show you briefly. I'll go to a 15-minute chart so you guys can see it a little bit easier. So there's your left shoulder, there's your right shoulder, and there is your head, right? And then here's your neckline. Okay, so what we're looking for here on Apple is for Apple to go back to here. So we're looking for Apple to get above 200. Okay, and we're looking for Apple to push. Okay, so we're looking to get above 200 and then push up to like 204. Maybe $4 or $5 of potential upside there for Apple. Then we'll take a look on quick here over at NVIDIA. NVIDIA, I just want to see NVIDIA hold support at 115. 115 was a key resistance level. We then held support for the last 2 days, right? You guys can see support and support after we just broke through this level. There's your resistance. There's your resistance. And we're going to look to see if NVIDIA can just now continue higher. Okay. 122 is the target for NVIDIA. 122 is the target for NVIDIA. Support down there, 115. Couple of stocks I want to look at short in case the market's reverse or in case there's anything disappointing in the CPI number. Whenever we're going into a big headline risk week, I always like to have longs and shorts just in case because I don't know how the headlines are going to go. So I like to have ideas already planned out. Short ideas for me, one of them is going to be Kava. Kava has not been able to break back above this major resistance level here that is in the high 90s. So I'm going to look for Kava for a short, probably around 95, 96, and look for Kava to work its way. Something like that. So Kava will be the one that I short up against this 97 resistance. And then I'm going to also look at possibly ARM for a short. Now, ARM was weak last week because they had disappointing earnings. And this is another one that I'm going to be looking at. Okay, you have this big resistance. You have this big resistance level sitting here, right? Previous support, then it became resistance. You had disappointing earnings. And I'm just looking for this to have this resistance hold and just drift the stock back to 112. Okay, so ARM and Kava for the shorts in case markets reverse. But if the details of the U.S. China trade deal are robust, then it's Apple, it's Tesla. Tesla will be my number one focus. It's Tesla, it's Apple, it's NVIDIA for the long. There'll be Kava and ARM for the possible short. Okay. Pharma short. Yeah, Trump has signed the executive order. He's lowering. Essentially, what's happening is for prescription drugs, the lowest price that any other country pays is the price that the United States is going to pay now for prescription drugs. That executive order is supposed to be signed tomorrow. I think 9 a.m. I think it's 9 a.m. That executive order is being signed tomorrow, but I don't know how much movement we're going to get because that news was announced last week. He's just actually signing it this week. But that news is already announced. So all biotech and all your pharmaceutical companies, they've already taken a hit because of this news. So I don't know how much more downside you're going to get tomorrow because everybody knew that news broke last week is basically what I'm saying. Okay. So there you guys have it. There are my top trade ideas for the week. If you guys want, actually, I can show you kind of the hold on. All right. Anyway, yeah, I use a deep research function. I was going to maybe pull it up, but I use deep research function to go through that stuff with me. And those are my thoughts for tomorrow. Okay, those are my thoughts for tomorrow. So again, tomorrow I'm looking for longs early. And then watch to see if this level becomes resistance. Guys, I'm sorry, my throat's killing me. Then I'm looking for this level to become resistance. because I actually think you can make money both ways. I think you make money long into it, and then you can probably do like quick short trades. I think you do quick short trades off of that level. So I like, again, Apple, Nvidia, Tesla long, Kava arm short. And be mindful, though, of us squeezing through this level. CPI's Tuesday morning. You get really good details about the U.S. China trade deal, and then you get a CPI number that's lighter than expected. Watch out for the short squeeze. You can see us 585 this week. You can see 585 this week if that happens. And I think that will be a short squeeze. A lot of hedge funds are short. You get positive news cycle, squeeze them, baby, squeeze them. So it's going to be a headline risk type of week. It's been like that for the last month. We have to just keep our ears open for, news on trade, news on China. And then we'll see what happens with the CPI numbers next week or on Tuesday. That level, Chucks, is like 575 on the SPY. 575 is that level. If you're looking at the SPY, like 5,800 or so on futures. But 575 is the level. Okay. Oh, I didn't do the code words. You know what, guys? Well, why don't we do this? Why don't I do the giveaway? I'll do the giveaway tomorrow. I forgot to do the code words earlier on the code words for the giveaway. I forgot to do the code words. Oh wow, Jimmy, 5-year anniversary today. Jimmy Bench is my boy. Jimmy's been a member for 5 years. 5 years. Today's his anniversary. Jimmy, love you, man. That's incredible. It's awesome. So yeah, guys, we'll do the my throat's killing me anyway. So we'll do the giveaway tomorrow, and I'll do the code words and everything tomorrow. All right. Sorry. I totally forgot. I got so caught up, the news about the U.S. and China trade deal. It was like, oh my God, I totally forgot about it. I totally forgot about the giveaway. So I'm sorry, guys. All right. So again, that's ttgoffer.com. Everything on that page is included. There's no, upsell or additional cost for anything you see on that page. It's $497. All of that's included for 90 days. If you guys want to join after the 90 days, we'll credit you the $497 you already paid. We'll work out a deal with you guys to get you set up for the whole year. There's no automatic upgrade. It's no automatic renewal. You have to manually process a transaction yourself if you want to become an annual member. And if you do become an annual member, don't forget, double your money back guarantee. If you can't make your membership fee back after going through our courses, passing our quizzes, attending a study group, we'll give you back double your money. Text us with questions, 1-888-621-2127. Again, that's 1-888-621-2127. Have a wonderful rest of your night, folks. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, show some love. Turn on your notifications. You'll never miss out on any of these lives. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care.